Great job by the DB, making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Offense getting set for first down. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Now they'll run the draw. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
Draws and screens are a great way to slow down really aggressive pass rushers. It allows the defensive ends and the defensive tackles to run upfield. The offensive linemen kind of push them upfield, go down to the next level, try to sneak in a big play.
Going to try to pop one on the screen. And they knock him down, but he got past the line of the game. And the Wolverines want to crank the tempo.
There's a lot of different ways this offense can attack you throwing the ball. One of them is getting the running back going, and the screen is a great way to get him lathered up and get the defense starting to think about.
Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Got room on the return. He's at the 40. The 20. Touchdown, Miami. How about that D coming up with a play like that? The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, then thought, don't get caught, and he did the pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense too now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play, but defense, great job making the interception, and you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. He'll bring it out. It's golden. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Getting some heat. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack from this defense. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Dances away from one. Picks up just a few before he's brought down. Not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long. The Wolverines will try to pin them back with the punt. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with the system.
Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll try to bully their way for the first. The Hurricanes are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks.
Well, there we go. We finally see some life in this offense running the football. Nice game to pick up the first down. Got to get more of that going moving forward because they have not run it well.
He'll do it himself. Picks up the first down, still moving. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. The Canes will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Going downfield for the big play. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Hurricanes! Lining up to add another. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they close the deal from 43 yards out with a touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's golden. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut into a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
Well, no question where this quarterback is going to be trying to go with the football in this game, right? He's looking for his big play wide out, and the defense knows it. They had him double covered that time.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Trying to burn this defensive back. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football. No PI, able to swat it away passing.
Does this head coach not believe in punting? Does he think punting's against the rules? On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Pressure coming. And the incomplete pass lets his defense get the ball back for its own great field position. 1st down here for the offense. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Fires into traffic, picked off. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business. Never a good time for a turnover, but it always seems a little worse when you're about to knock on the door of the end zone.
No doubt about it. And it's this area of the field, Reese, where your execution really has to be great. Because down in the red zone, the windows to throw into it for a quarterback, they're smaller and they close a lot quicker. So you really have to be on the same page as your wide receiver. And that time, the offense and the QB simply were not.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. At the 35, he's open. Keeps it and gets the 1st down. He's finally run out of bounds, but not before a huge gain.
How great is it on offense when you don't just have receivers and running backs that can make plays, but your quarterback can hurt the defense throwing it and running it as well. The speed, the open field running ability, his ability to make people miss, such a unique weapon in college football, and this team's got a guy.
On the move at the 30. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't.
Ball is loose. Oh, looks as if the defense got it.
Man, it's so hard to keep a rabbit in the cage, that quarterback, right? He's going to scramble around, he's going to make plays, and when he gets outside the pocket, you're just trying to get a hand on him. How about getting a hand on him, forcing the fumble, and recovering? A great job by the defense continuing to chase that QB.
Unloads to the right. A strike downfield. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
I love that play call. And quarterbacks are always licking their chops after their defense gets a takeaway because they know now, hey, I got a sudden change situation. I've got a chance to take a shot and pad my stats.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Looking to throw, it's Jordan. Looking for a deep man. And he throws another interception, his third one of the night. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to go up top on first down. They're bringing heat. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Well, the offense ought to go buy a lottery ticket because that ball somehow bounced right back to them. They'll keep it. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Wants to pass it. He's going to throw deep right side. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. And the Canes will kick it off to start the second half. Coming out with it, it's Muhammad. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
They get him down after he makes the catch. And the Wolverines are in the hurry-up. Looking for a man. It's Bradley. Trying to beat the D deep. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
Well, the quarterback and his intended target just simply didn't have the timing there. The ball falls incomplete on third, now setting up fourth down.
The Wolverines decide to punt it away. First punt was gorgeous. Let's see if he can do it again. It'll go out of bounds, and we'll see where they mark it. It's going to be right around the 35. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. He'll start this drive firing. He'll try to do it himself. At the 45 on his way. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane opener, you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
difficult, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Wants to throw on first down. Gets away. Oh, he needs to get rid of it. He needs to do something, and he will go down. What a terrible, terrible play and a big loss.
Middle linebackers, they're middle linebackers because they're right in the middle of the defense. You put guys that have a nose for the football because they literally line up over the football every single time. They play the run well, and look at this. How about this? Rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground, getting the big sack.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Fires toward the end zone. And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His 3rd interception.
Well, the defense was expecting pass on that one. 3rd and long, they dial up the perfect coverage and a great job in the back end, reading and reacting to the quarterback when the ball was in the air, coming away with a massive interception.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3 and out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, to get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Caught behind the line. It's Hughes. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Well, that's a really nice job surveying the field and delivering an accurate throw. You know, when I think back to Michigan quarterbacks, I think of guys like Elvis Gerber or Tom Brady, Jim Harbaugh, Brian Griese, guys that could hurt you throwing the ball from the pocket, surveying the field, reading.
Open runway ahead. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Makes the grab. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Waddle. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. On the ground, it's Alexander. The ball pops out. The defense grabs it, and they're going the other way. Touchdown, Wolverines! Not content to get the fumble, they scored with the fumble. You know, the defense is all about stopping teams, but when you have a chance to swing momentum, scoop it and score yourself, it is such a huge play.
Yeah, you just go to the offense, like, bro, we don't need you to do that. We got this. We'll score ourselves if we have to. Great job by the defense, doing what they need to do, and then go talk a little trash to the offense.
The extra point is up and good, and we are tied up in the 4th. Here comes the kickoff as we are all tied up in the 4th quarter. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He's looking to throw it. Grabbed in the middle. It's Jordan. Still on his feet at the 45. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
Oh, and it's picked off. This could be huge in a tie game. He'll try to take it back at the 20. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan.
What a play by this defense. The offense going in to take the lead. No. Flip the script. The big pick six. Now you're leading in this ball game. What a play by the D.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You've got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive. Now here they come on 1st and 10. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Looking to scramble. Flags flying as the pass is incomplete. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Let's see if they can put the defense on its heels in 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play.
I know the passing game sells. The passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. To the air. It's Jordan. Dumps it to the back. The throw to the outside is complete. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down. And the Canes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He's gonna pass. Keeps looking downfield. Finds a crease at the 20. Bulldozes his way through. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. And the Hurricanes have it with a 1st and goal. Trying to power it in. Moving toward the end zone, and fumble! And the defense got it.
Hit. Oh my God.
And this defense breaks it open as they return it to the
My stomach hurt like a motherfucker.
And that's just the guy you want to find that football. The ball's loose. Who do you want to get it? One of your little fast guys. The defensive back picks it up and turns on the afterburners, takes it all the way back for the touchdown.
They're lining up to kick it away, and that defense salivating after getting the scoop and score. Fielded in the end zone, it's Martin. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a win.
CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. We've got to stop turning the football over.
And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Throws toward the end zone. And he's got it for a touchdown, so hold on a second. They're not dead yet. In fact, they're suddenly feeling much better.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they draw a little closer.
Gotta love the execution. Not easy to throw down here, but the quarterback made a good read, accurate throw, and they come away with 2 points.
Just over 50 seconds to go. They're trying to pull off a comeback, and they'll need to get this onside kick to do it. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And the Wolverines inside the final minute trying to drain the clock. The give from the gun. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a 1st down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Moving closer to the red zone, it's at the 27 on 1st down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. They'll give it to the back. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that 1st down. Using his legs, it's Hughes. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out. A delay of game penalty, just a mistake that you can't have happen at this point of the game and this part of the field. Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. And he gets taken out of bounds before getting rid of it. This will be a massive loss on the play. I know a lot of people thought this was going to be a blowout.
God damn, good guy.
Just when you think you have all the answers, I change the questions.
It's so true, Reese. I mean, they had a lot of dudes that we were talking to leading up to this game just had a chip on their shoulder. They just didn't feel like they were being respected, and they wanted to come out and they wanted to prove a point. And David, they did exactly just that.
And it's so much easier to be the underdog. It's so much easier to coach that team and you go, hey, they're ranked. Everybody's talking about them. You don't have a chance. It just builds all that momentum, all that hate, and you just pour it out on the field.
That's going to...
I'm gonna have to take a break after this one. Y'all can play one.